Alright, now we're finally getting around to our greens. Our greens are... They're the most played part of a golf course, so they are inherently the most important part of your golf course. If your greens suck, people are going to hate your course. It's that simple. And the way with this new game and how it came out with the new golf ball types, you have to be very careful with your greens because it is very easy to make unplayable greens that players will get very frustrated and not have a good time with. It has become pretty common even in the campaign to have some of these pin positions and some of these holes be just flat out insane just because of the new game update with the golf ball types and stuff. All the pin positions and stuff are the same from the last game, which was just fine because everybody's hitting the same shots, but now if you have no roll or no spin on your ball, it can become a lot more challenging. So you want to kind of keep that in mind as you're designing, and you don't want to have super big slopes on your greens anymore. It's something you're going to have to shy away from, and if you're going to put them in there, you have to put them in the right spots. So enough of that rambling. We're going to get onto our green here, and it's going to be very similar to how you did your fairway. It's going to be pretty much the same. Usually you'll want to start with your bunker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, I'm going to select the flatten tool. I think I'm going to select this one right here, and I'm going to make a little lakeside bunker right here. I'm going to lower this as low as I can without getting it in the water. That seems pretty nice and low right there. And that should be a nice little bunker location. Create surfaces, bunker, spline. And just going to draw this boy up. And we have our first bunker on the green. Now I'm going to make this green very simple. I'm just going to add one bunker. Actually, let's go ahead and add a second one behind here because I don't like the look of this hill back here. It's a little bit too protruding and large. It's going to need something to cover it up, and I think a bunker will cover it up very nice. Come here, select bunker, spline point. And just do that for now. Now this is a very simple layout, nothing special to it. It's just to show you guys how to get stuff done. Come in here to edit holes. You also want to come to your green. Select spline for your green. And you will want to make a small little shape here for your green. I'm going to make smaller greens on this course because I'm going to make this one a little shorter. And I think that'll look and play just fine. Got the back left front edge over here covered. Got everything set up. And now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create surfaces fairway, spline. And I'm going to just make a little catch area up here, and I'm going to make a little catch area over here as well. Now we can connect these two. Now this is something right here. Take note, this is very important for your greens. As you can see, the fairway, the way that it kind of runs around and connects with the green is kind of jagged, kind of weird looking. It's not exactly perfect, and you got this on 4 spots on this green in specific. How do you fix that, you may ask? Now it's the same thing we did back here with the fairways. What you want to do is you want to select the spot right here next to the edge of your green, go to where it says spline point, come down here to edit, come down here to secondary surface, and then select fairway. Now look at that. You got smooth, nice edges on all of your parts of the green. This is one thing I'm sad that a lot of people don't do. I think it makes your course look not a whole bunch better, but it's just a very nice little touch. Because when you come across 18 greens with these jagged fairway edges, it's kind of off-putting. But when you've got these nice smooth curves going around the greens that encompasses it, I think it looks a lot better. But that's just me. You may want to do it the other way. It's all up to you. But for the most part right there, that is our green. The only other things we would really need to add to our green would be our rough. I'm going to do a spline on this rough up here. So I'm going to come to create surfaces, light rough, spline, and I'm just going to encompass this whole area. Run it up here and boom. Now we've got a nice little rough around our whole green area. And the final thing is pin positions. So this green is very tiny, so there's not a lot of different pin positions on here, so I think I'm just going to make one new pin spot. Coming here to raise, I'm going to select the oval to give us a little bit sharper of a drop. To expand it a little bit and drop this down about 10 inches. 10 inches will usually give you a yellow colored or a slightly red colored slope. Orange right here. So that's exactly what I wanted. And we're going to select our pin. What you want to do to select your pin is you want to come over here to cursor, hover over the hole, come down here to pin 1, select it, select move, and we're going to slap our pin 1 over here. Now you do have to be careful about what slopes you put it on. I can see that this is a pretty fast little slope right here, so I'm going to move it back to over here to a little bit of a slower zone, also to where balls can catch this slope and kind of come right next to it. And for adding your pin position 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to come over here, hover over the hole again, come down here to the hole 1, pin 1, select it, and select add pin. Now I'm just going to do 2 pins on this course, but the maximum you can do is 4. Keep in mind that whenever you do 4 pin positions, people who play this game and play your courses, 99% of the time they're only going to play pin 1 and pin 4. So when you're playtesting your course, only playtest pin 1 and pin 4. Just make sure 2 and 3 are okay, because people just aren't going to play those. It's just that simple. It's always been that way. It's very, very rare for people to play the other pins. So put your most time and effort into your pin 1 and your pin 4 in terms of looks and play. But we've got our pin 1 and pin 2 out here, so that's all we're going with. And we are just about done with our hole number 1 here. We've got most things set up that we need to, and I think I'll probably do a quick little cart path tutorial in the next video, and we'll see where we go from there.